Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have a ThinkBook 14 Gen 7, the Intel version. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your fan, heatsink, CPU assembly. So first thing, power down your computer, make sure that it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access the bottom case screws. You have a total of 9 screws on your bottom case. The 4 on the bottom near the red arrows will come out of the case completely. The rest of the screws near the blue arrows, those are called captive screws. Those will stay in the bottom case even though you fully unscrew them from the threading. After you have all of your screws up, you're going to take a small flat pry tool. You're going to start generally in the back near one of the 2 corners and pry that up, pry that seam up from the rest of the computer. So you'll start back here near a corner, you'll come in here, take this section off, and then you work your way down the sides. Don't put the pry tool too far in, you could damage some internal components. Keep it on the edge, go nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. When you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like help with any tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any upgrade and replacement parts for this specific model, the 14G7, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and that'll be a list of all the tools and supplies that I use, plus all the upgrade and replacement parts for this model computer. Now, before touching anything in a computer, it's always best to remove or at least unplug your battery. Computers are safer to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. To get at the battery plug, as you see, it's kind of underneath this shield right here. So you can go ahead and peel that up nice and slow and careful, and you can get that off. Once you do, you can gain access to the plug. This battery is held in by these 5 screws near the red arrows, and it plugs into the motherboard right here. Now, it's generally best to not pull on wires or cables in a computer. You could damage them, and sometimes you can pull them right out of the plug. But in this case, because there wasn't a lot of grip on that plug, I did have to grab it right here. I grabbed the wires right near the black tape, which is probably why they're there. And I pulled on it, wiggled it a little bit. I was careful not to go too hard, but I was able to wiggle that out of that plug from this area here. This is your fan right here up top of my screen. This is your heatsink going from the vent over your CPU and your heat spreader right here. The fan is held on by these 3 screws and plugs into the motherboard right here. As you notice in your computer, your fan wires are very, very tiny and they're not very secure in this plug. So definitely try not to pull on the wire. Use your fingernails or a pry tool to get that out of that port right there. And to get the rest of your heatsink up, you have these 3 screws over the CPU area here. Now, I'm not sure why you guys are here, if you're here to replace a bad fan, if you're having overheating issues, or for any other reason, if you're here to clean out your heatsink assembly. But once you get this fan off, you'll be able to vacuum it out, blow it out, clean it out that way. Do be aware though, if you do take up your heatsink for any reason and you expose that thermal paste to air, it does need to be reapplied. I will have a video tutorial link below in the description, also above in the video, and it will be a video showing you how to fix an overheating laptop. One of the things it will show is how to take apart your fan, fully clean it out, but it will also show how to clean off all the old thermal paste from your heatsink and CPU. You don't want to put new paste on top of old paste. And the other thing it will show you is how to apply the correct amount of new thermal paste. If you put too little down, it obviously won't do its job. But if you put too much down, it could end up locking heat in rather than getting it out. So again, I'll have that video tutorial above and below in the description. Another quick thing to shout out about thermal paste, they're not all created equal. The cheaper stuff will work, but the more expensive stuff usually will do a better job. Below in the description, in that link I told you about with all of the upgrade parts and tools and supplies, I will not only have a replacement fan in that list for you, but I will also have a couple different options of thermal paste. And I guess the last thing I'll mention in this video, as long as you're in your computer, check out over here near the right of my screen, these are your 2 RAM ports. RAM is a huge factor in the speed and performance of your computer. If you want more help on how to upgrade your RAM, check out the video that pops up when this one is done playing, and it'll show you more about the RAM in this computer. I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, check out the FAQs below in the description. If you need to leave me a question or comment, please feel free. I do try to get to those a couple times a day at least. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.